Abu Qasim's shoulders, because he's inherited this monster called the ACA, MACC, you know. But the advisory committee, I would like to ask Tan Sri, what is advisory? What are the roles of the advisory committee in assisting Abu Qasim? I mean, if at the end of the day, all you do is meet and talk and have tea and kueh and go home and issue statements as and when, it's not really helping anybody.
Maybe I can address.
Please.
There are 5 committees. I can only speak more because of our committee. Our committee, Tan Sri Ramon is another very effective guy. They would like to see changes. And then our committee is prevention, advisory, and then reform and tambah baik. And then we are expected to review all cases to find out what best, and then we can move forward. And we also would like to see why wasn't there any action taken. We are in a position to sort of to find out more. But moving forward, if the officers were to carry on to say, oh, these are the thing, where we say things are happening today, things just happen. Why don't we review those cases? This is a priority that we need to talk to Abu Qasim. Give us the chances to evaluate. Maybe we can come forward with better advice or better suggestions or better whatever ideas, so that you can adopt. This is in progress, and Abu Qasim is very open-minded. He said, yes, we will explore every ways. That is our committee level. The other committee level, of course, you have operational committee level, which I think they have a heavy task or so, and then you have another committee where they're talking about the law instruction or that. They have every task, but of course I do not qualify to speak for them.
Sure. Yeah. You know, I raised some of the issues that were raised in Nadis's article. Sure. You know, fighting graft, lack of transparency was one. But I'd like to look at opportunity to form relationship. A lot of our guys, you know, or officers who serve in the government are frontliners, and they're often intimidated by the public every day. And this is where the check and balances has got to come. In your view, I mean, Terence, you've often given a lot of solutions to the government. How do we check this balance?
You see, I think it's been repeated over and over again that corruption is the result of time and discretion. You see, and I think what Tan Sri Sidek I think Pak Lah started the ball rolling, and then Tan Sri Sidek was trying to implement it, was to cut the red tape. You know, you've got OAC, set up one-stop centers, took out the overlapping departments, and now you've got KPIs and all that. They've been implemented. Those are all good initiatives, but we cannot look at the frontliners per se, because we have sort of like solved, I would say, the problems at the front line by implementing these initiatives. But what do you do about the ones that are middle and higher up? Because the frontliners are going to be the ikan bilis at the end of the day. They are the ikan bilis.
Absolutely.
You see,
there's always a master at the end of the day.
The problem with our way of doing things in this country is that certain practices have become so entrenched in the system that there is a very grey area on what is right and wrong anymore. For example, letters of support from a minister, for instance, or a divisional chief, for instance. Some of us may not see anything wrong with that, but doesn't that exert undue influence and pressure in the tendering process, in the procurement processes?
Sure. Hold your thought there for a second. I know we've got lots to go. We've got another half an hour to go on the program. We'll take a short commercial break, come back to us, and we'll join you with graft and corruption, the diabolical challenges ahead. Only on Helo Malaysia. Welcome back. We are on Helo Malaysia, discussing graft and corruption, the diabolical challenges ahead. A very heavily loaded topic here, and it's locked and loaded. You guys have, Tan Sri and Terence, you've raised a lot of issues. Right now, let's go on to the people. What role can the public play in helping fight graft? We've put a lot of weight on Dr. Abu Qasim. May God help him with his job.
Sure.
But let's take the focus now. Let's talk about the people. I mentioned something about if the giving stops, the taking will also stop. So what can we do to educate the public on where do we move from here?
We have to simplify procedures, as I mentioned earlier. Simplify procedures. If somebody gets a summons for speeding, he should be able, there should be a system created for him to pay that summons without much hassle. Because it's not so much the 300 ringgit or the 150 ringgit, but the thought of having to go and line up at the police station, take your number, and half a day, half a work day is gone just paying summonses. You see. So what do they do? Instead of all the hassle, I must just pay 50 bucks to the cop and go off lah.
True.
You see. So simplify.
Either go to the cops court or go to the main court. You nak pergi mahkamah saya ke nak pergi mahkamah?
Exactly.
Okay, that has been one of the issues that the riot has always raised. You know, they find it an easy way out. So,
sure.
You know, and now we have all this computerized system. You can check your summonses, pay your summonses online, etc. But what about the riot that lives, let's say, far away? You know, in the villages or in areas out of town. So that's the issue that has to be addressed. Go ahead, Terence. I think.
No, like I said, if you're serious in addressing corruption, you have to look into improving the civil service, and I think there has been efforts to improve that under at least under Tan Sri Sidek, but it will be it won't, something you're going to achieve overnight. Okay, it's not something you're going to achieve overnight.
Right. See, individuals, personalities may come and go, but there has to be a system that is put in place for the riot to be able to work. Tan Sri, you know, I always said in your life, we got to see a lot of things done in your lifetime. Don't mind us saying that. You know, don't mind me saying that.
I'm thinking aloud. If you were saying system, of course, system needs to be sort of ironed out. Today, if we'll be kidding ourselves to say that people have very high respect and confidence level in MACC. Jangan cakap lah, tak mahu. People talk like that. So therefore, we take it from there. How do we say, yes, MACC is going to change. MACC is going to do it for you. MACC will deliver results. You can only do it by your actual performance, your results. Without your performance and your result, where those Jerome go well, you prove it to them. And then confidence level come back, because yes, this is the level that we think we can go back and work hand in hand and support the MACC to fight the corruption. This is something where it is a real challenge, that I think to say this is impossible also not correct. To say that it is possible, it's a wrong, long, tough way for all of us, including our riot.
Fine. Terence, let's have you angle that out.
I mean, I don't want to just repeat what everybody else has
gone on rhetorics. You know. The time of rhetorics is over.
It's over.
The riot is waiting out there.
It's time
like
to
I said, you know, I don't like to use words that are expletives, but they just had enough. It's over the top. We want to see results. You guys talking about KPI, all right? Where are the results?
You know.